Hello and welcome to a video on how to get this snatched ass motherfucking face, bitch. Snatched ass motherfucking face, bitch. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, she's lost her fucking mind. Damn straight, bitch. This is how to get like sweat-proof skin, but full glam energy, Kardashian vibes. I've basically done every tutorial you've ever asked for in a singular vid. Yeah? This is how I fractionally get myself to look marginally like Kylie Jenner, probably from about 5 years ago. She's more of a natural babe now, but stormy baby. Yeah, love you. If you want to see how I do this look, keep on watching home. Run the trailer. No, it's not. It's literally just the preview. Babe, wake up. Izzy's uploaded for the only time that she ever uploads in a year. What for them? I'm actually really hoping that I upload more this time, not sponsored, because I'm gonna edit this on my phone. I feel like then I might actually upload more. Hold on, let me sort the quality out quick. My phone might explode, but it's okay. I'm really hot. Prima donna girl. Also, everyone's been really loud outside my flat today. I don't know why, but lately the hustle and bustle in the flat area is kicking. Do you know what I mean? I've only got one light on because I'm hot. Also, this is YouTube's debut to the dark hair. YouTube's not seen the dark hair yet. If you don't follow me on any other platforms, this is crazy because I'm also in my flat. That was not on the last video either. I've uploaded many videos since then. I've tried to. But YouTube's been like, My Mac's been like, So I thought, fuck it, let's go again. Yeah? I can give you some life updates. I can show you the ropes. Yeah, the only thing I can't do is promise you that I won't complain about how hot I am the entirety of this video. Also, this video is because everyone on my TikTok asked for an in-depth makeup tutorial on how I keep my makeup on all day, and there was just no way that I was getting that done on TikTok because it's 3 minutes first of all, and I take longer than 3 minutes, babes. When I do my makeup properly, like properly, it can take me like an hour and a half. Imagine trying to condense that into 3 minutes. Yeah. I also have lost my Refy brow pencil. I have been using a brow pencil at the moment. So we're gonna go take it right back and use something I don't want to use. I wanted to use a fucking brow pencil. Normal people would think, Izzy, would you not make sure you've got everything you need before you film? And I would say to you, yes, that is what you should do. That is what a professional would do. That's probably what all these other influencers do that have perfect lives and pussies. But I don't. I have a fat pussy, okay? So this is how I do things around here. This is big fat puss energy. But no, seriously, it's some sort of sick joke. Where is my brow pencil? I will throw fucking hands, bro. You will never fucking guess what I found. If you don't like me, crocodile teeth. Yeah, I found it. I found out my face is so hard. I've just got to quickly dry off any form of wetness on one's face. Don't talk about hands. Let's actually do something then. Let's not fuck around. I put a loose wave in my hair. That's all I've done. I've done nothing crazy. Okay, I just put the part here. I did a massive skincare routine today, which actually can fit on my TikTok, so if you want to watch it, that's on there. But I'm going to use a skin smoothing serum. This one's by Tatcha. I'm assuming that's probably enough because it's expensive. But I've actually gifted this. Don't ask me why. I have no idea how I end up on any PR lists, and I'm absolutely fine with being on all of them. So if you want to put me on your PR list, let me bloody know, because I love free shit. My friend regularly comes around and tells me, do you understand how expensive this is? And I just go, no. Not because I'm an arrogant twat, but because I simply have absolutely no idea what high-end skincare is, because when I could buy it, I could barely afford what was in Superdrug. So now people send it to me, I'm so clueless and unhinged a little bit. So she tells me, humbles me, and then I start using it. Or I try and push it on hair so I don't leave it in my drawer. So yeah, that's cool. Are these earrings real after the statement I just said? Why don't you have a guess? Okay, so we put on a serum. I think it's always good to put on one. Another one I like to use is the Glow Recipe one, Dew Drops. I might just put some on for the crack. I don't know if you can mix these sort of things, but ISSY OAKLEY does do that. Because once again, I have no idea what any of these things do. I just know that they're good for my skin, and I see other people that do know what they're doing use them. So yeah. I now do my eyebrows, and I use a Revive brow pencil. This is in the shade medium, because I now know. And what I like to do is actually give my eyebrows a tail, because I remove it surgically. Yep. What the fuck have I just done? Spock. I'm getting a bit crazy with the tail today, Jesus. Let me get a makeup wipe, let me sort that out. There's probably not been a cut yet, because have I stopped talking? No. This is from John Lewis, maybe Waitrose, I can't remember. I felt really rich that day, don't look at me differently. And I bought this, and it's the best fucking thing I've ever bought in my life. Oh, just dry my fucking sweat. Now we go back and finish my eyebrow. I did have them tinted the other day by my friend. So actually they're very voluptuous right now. But what I simply do is run through with the brow pencil, just correcting any bald spots, which again, I only had them tinted the other day, so actually there's not many at all. And then I add on my tail. And also this brow starts further in than this one, so I like to just really lightly add some brow hairs with a pencil, blah 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 blah. As you can see, that is my eyebrow. And then I will just comb through with a brow pencil, just like move the hairs in the right position, blah 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 blah. These do not have to be perfect at this stage, in my opinion. Like, I fix them all the time while I'm doing my makeup, like I touch them up. We basically replicate this brow on this side, and my eyebrows are two completely different shapes. I suppose it's not weird, is it? Right, who the fuck is this geezer? Yeah, right, mate. Blah, blah, blah. I live next to offices, so this happens all the time. Just big dick contest between other salesmen. It's just jarring as fuck. As you can see, it's quite obvious that I don't have an end to my eyebrow when I comb through. So what I like to do is, as I said, go back over them a little later on. And voila, we have two eyebrows. I'm already fucking boiling. The center of my face. It's the light. Oh, I'm gonna spend this entire thing drying my sweat. You can't apply makeup to a sweaty face, I'm telling you now. It's just not gonna happen. So make sure you get one of these if you're going abroad and you need to do makeup, or you're that bougie and you're in something more than a 3-star that's got an aircon. I use a couple of different shades of concealer because the last thing I want is for my brows to be brighter than my foundation. So I'm gonna use the shade 3W right underneath my eyebrows. This is about the same color as my foundation shade, and that I much prefer. So we get our eyebrow, I kind of pull them taut, and I do this underneath. I have just remembered I haven't primed in between this, but you know what, live, love, laugh. I sometimes prime before I conceal, sometimes I do it afterwards, you know? It depends how chaotic I'm feeling that day. The pulling them taut for me does make it a lot easier, but that's because my brows are very straight in the scheme of things, because I shave the ends off. And now we've concealed under them, what we do is we connect this line here. This looks pointless, but for me it just guarantees my eyebrows are at the same height, so I like to double check that. Now we can conceal the top. I do an immediate line here, just through the center of your nose. Again, it's like a brow map, so you're going to have the most perfect brows possible. Obviously this does depend on the person, but I like to really make sure that my brows are as perfect as they can be. And I do the same on this side. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing, but this is my only good hand. It's my strong hand. So I stop about here. There's a reason. You cream contour around your brows, or cream bronze, yeah? So do I. So I'm going to get a bit of my cream bronzer. This is the Pink Honey one in the shade Cookie Butter, and I mixed it with my concealer, as you can see here. This is the original colour. This is it now. I have got a bit of mixture going on in the middle there. But you want to use a mixture of the two and bring that down. Because it doesn't look like much of a difference, because it is quite subtle. But this will just make it so much easier for you to blend your eyebrows in with your bronzer a bit later on, if you mix it with it early on. Do you know what I mean? Et voila, fantastico. Now quickly to prime before I blend this out, I'm going to use my Elemis Superfood. This just feels bougie and it makes me feel like I'm doing something. And then I use my Wishery primer. I think this is really close to the Power Grip primer from e.l.f., which is consistently sold out. And I feel like this is quite easy to get hold of on TikTok Shop, to be honest with you. So I do a couple pumps of that. Rub it into my T-zone. I am quite a pink skinned person anyway. But there is a slight colour payoff, I'm not gonna lie. It is slightly pink on my face right now because of that. But once you've got your foundation on, it pretty much blends in anyway. Don't worry about that. Then I'm gonna use, to blend my eyebrows, the Beauty Crop concealer brush. This one has got an orange on it. Vitamin Babe F210. This is my ultimate concealer blending brush. Also, when you've got lash extensions, or specifically when I've got lash extensions, this is the perfect size to just get in here and avoid affecting my lash extensions, which is like the hardest part to conceal for me when I've got extensions on without tapping my lashes. So as you can see how quickly that's blending out, I'm literally just dabbing around the brow and it's just seamless. Like, literally flawless blend. Now we tackle the middle of my brow, and I just literally, whoa, hold the fucking phone. My eyebrows are slightly different heights. Okay, cool. Now I tap my concealer all the way over to my brow, to the point where I actually tap over the front hairs of my brow to really give it that like faded look. This brow's looking a bit stubborn, but I'm gonna work on that in a bit anyway. But for now, we're successfully blended. Why is my face wet? Now, base, I go Iconic London. This is the Super Smoother Skin Tint. I love this on my skin, especially in the summer right now. But to make it a bit more glam and a little bit more full, I'm going to use the Luminous Airbrush Soft Focus Foundation from HNB. I use a couple of pumps of that. And we, not so glamorously, literally paint the face. Sometimes I do this with my fingers, I'm not going to lie. I think that it's just going to be too hot to use my fingers right now, so I'm probably not going to do that. Because I need to keep my face as cool as possible, so none of the makeup moves, because sweat does not agree with base. That is for damn sure. I'm going to get my cocoa sponge, take some product from the back of my hand, use the flat edge, and I am going to tap all over my base. if you don't have this sponge by now, like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I forced all my friends to have one. I forced them, like I forced it, and they're like, oh, surely it won't make any difference. All of them now beg me for new sponges. And what do? I say yes, because I'm a lovely friend. But the point is, you need one of these. You need one of these. I'm telling you now. We've got to get going quick because my face is going to melt any second now. So for under my eyes, I'm going to use a different shade. This is a half shade lighter. And this is the shade 2.5W. This is still HNB. And I'm going to conceal everywhere with this, but I'm not going to blend it out. The contrast between this and probably my last makeup video is I am so much more like natural. I'm a natural gal now. I'm not, but like, you know what I mean, in comparison to the amount I was wearing before. I'm a natural gal. Also, new product alert. Hopefully I do put this up as soon as possible, but this comes out tomorrow, I think, when this video is being made. Hopefully it's out by now. But this is how I use it. Basically, if you're already familiar with the bronzing face frosting, this is its best friend. And this is the contour. This is a P. Louise 684 brush. My face is dripping. And the shade I'm using in this product is Cupcake Cutie. As you can see her. I'm going to use a tiny bit, as you can see, a little bit here, a little bit here. Just be very careful with this fucking product. It's great product, but we don't want to be ash queen, you know? This is not a cream bronze. This is a cream conce. Okay? The one place I do feel like I can get generous is under my jawline, because it's a shadow. You see. So what I'm going to do with this is use this little brush that I applied it with, and I'm going to slowly bring it into the position where I want it. You're better off starting it right near the forehead because you can blend it up and out. But I wanted to blend it down. I think I put too much on this side, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'll just keep blending it up and eventually she'll calm down. You know what film I watched yesterday? It was the Don't Worry Darling with Harry Styles, right? I was thinking fucking novelty because Harry Styles in it. That's why everyone likes it, because Harry Styles is in it. Don't get me wrong, I love a bit of Harry Styles, but I just wanted to watch a really good twisted film because I love twisted films. Like I love, I can't remember the director's name, but he did Us. I can't remember what the other ones are, like Nope, things like that. Like I really enjoy them films. They're so good and so fucked up. Like that's my vibe. So I needed it to be fucked. And they provided, actually. It was really good. But if you don't like fucked up films, definitely wouldn't recommend. But if you want one to watch with your boyfriend, girl snuggled up, whatever, or your girlfriend, then I definitely recommend it because it's a bit fucking weird. And it's also kind of like romantic, but maybe I'm just toxic. No, I am. Sorry, forgot. Okay, from this point here, as you can see on my face is not looking ashy, which is what I fucking dream of. I've got this slightly bigger one. I'm just going to pack over just to really blend it about. Obviously with that little one, I had a much better control of where the product went, and I do not want to end up with like product everywhere. So now I'm going to switch over to her best friend, which is the BFF Face Frosting. And this I get a bit more hands-on with. Tap it on my bigger brush. And into the hairline she goes. I'm trying to like go over the product rather than remove it. Whoop. Now I'm going to get my sponge. This is my other cocoa one. Different shape, different purpose. We get the flat serrated edge and I blend my concealer. Oh, she's dried down a little bit too much. Oh, yes. Oh, fantastic. or is it the fact that my sweat is removing my makeup? I'm not sure. No worries. Easy way to fix. Probably the sweat though, can't lie. Just gonna get a tiny bit of the skin tint on my sponge and blend with the skin tint. Now we'll see if it works on this side. See, that was fine. It must have been sweat because it doesn't usually pick up like that. My forehead should be fine because my Botox. I'm going to use my big fat sponge and I'm going to go over my forehead. I feel like this just blends the forehead so much quicker. Because we don't want a crummy ass forehead. And then after I've done that, I go over pretty much everything else with the big sponge as well. We just don't want any unblended harshness going on. I'm going to go under my under eyes with another shade of concealer. Hopefully you can hear me now. With another shade of concealer. And this is the 0.5N. I need to not get carried away with this, but I'm going to do that. While that's kind of sitting for a hot second, I have got this fan on because I'm literally sweating my titties off. While I've got this on, I'm going to do my blush. And for blush, I use the By Ellie Blush Balm. This is the shade Peachy that's covered in Hedwig. He's literally sat on the floor down there. Shade Peachy. I really like this shade personally. Like, I think it's my perfect shade. It's a very Kardashian pink. And if anyone knows me, my obsession, it's the Kardashians. I just love how flawless their makeup always is and how they are. And yes, they are plastic, but I can fuck with it anyway. I don't care. I love them for who they are, you know? So we can get quite carried away with the blush because I just like the look of like really blush skin. Vibes. And then also like you can blend this into your concealer and it kind of adds like a little pink tinge. I'm going to put a tiny bit on my forehead as well. My chin. On my lips. Just to give yourself like a natural glow. Again, we're just going to use the Big Fat Cocoa Sponge. I think that's what she should rename it to, Chloe. Call this the Big Fat Sponge. I don't know how politically correct that is, but like it's a big chunky sponge. And like it's like a shape too, but it's called the Big Fat Chunky Sponge, okay? What I quite like to do is to blend it out with the concealer brush that I showed you guys earlier first, just so I can really get it in the right position. Done. No. We get the sponge and we blend it out. Now, is that not the cutest little bright under eye you've ever seen? Wow. I love it. I love it. I'm just going to tap it down a bit with the one that we used with the cream bronzer. Okay, and this is the wet base. All done. Like, this is her. This is she. And now what we've got to do is set the base. So I use the HNB good old setting powder. I use quite a hefty amount of this. Now my boyfriends have messaged me. This is because it's so hot. I get sweaty as fuck. I actually wish you could just get Botox across your entire face. So you can not sweat. I think you probably could do that. I'm a bit scared. Okay, now I do look borderline insane and I did just get a little bit carried away. I'm going to quickly use my Caddy Puff that's been through the wars. Caddy Cosmetics, bitch. Get to know. Now that I've applied it, and I'm going to tap this all in with my puff. You might say, Izzy, you look rather mattified right now. And you know what? You'd be so fucking correct. But the issue is, if I don't do this, I personally move everywhere. I'm not an oily skin person. I just don't like my makeup moving. Like, I rebuke the energy of my makeup moving. My eyes are watering, probably the fan. And I'm not peer pressuring you, but if you want your shit to stay stuck, this is how your shit stays stuck in summer weathers. If you're going to a festival, if you're getting ragged out in this heat, like, you need to make sure. I'm gonna use my H&B bronzer. I can't actually show it to you because it's fucked. I use this, and I use Island Ting from Fenty as well. Did you know Rihanna stepped down from Fenty? Didn't like that news. Did not enjoy that news. I haven't even met her yet. I thought, oh, the place I might be able to meet her is a Fenty event. Wrong. She doesn't even fucking work there anymore. We bronze. As you can see, I'm adding the colour back into the face. When you setting spray, it should go back to how it looked when I had it wet. But I really like to add a bit of warmth back into my face. Now, on my nose bridge, we get a bit carried away. But I like to reverse contour, so I quite deeply bronze my nose. Just flawless, isn't it? It appears we both have flawless bases, doesn't it? Island Ting. Bronzer numero duo. Duo. I don't know how the Spanish language works. Don't look at me like that. Whack it over the ears as well, because you don't want white ears. No one wants white ears, you know? Next we're gonna do eyeshadow. Okay? Okay. Jordana T-shirt Cosmetics messaged me yesterday and said, Izzy, your palette looks fucked. We're sending you a new one. Not in those exact words, but they might as well have said that. And I said to them, God bless, I agree. Look at the state. Look at the state of her. And also this eyeshadow, I had to glue it with eyelash glue. But if I show you in palette, the shade I'm going to start with is these two, which is Atlantis and Priestess. Mix them a little bit, why not? Feel crazy, you know. And I am going to carve my eye socket. What the hell is he? Fucking idiot. Eye socket with the eyeshadow, you know, with that. That looks so cute, looks so good. I'm going to do the same on the other eye. This eye doesn't have as perfect of a socket. God didn't bless me with the same eyes. Like, they're literally two different eyes. I'm just so sick of it, you know. Why is this eye watering so much? I might have to turn the fan off. I've had to commit to turning the fan off. Stop. What the fuck? So from here, a bitch is going to lose the brow. No, brush, fantastic. Gonna use a shade like Athena and Luna. They're basically like very neutral shades, and just go over the brow a little bit, just to brighten it up. But also make, yeah, exactly, Hedwig. That's a fucking hot take, that. So, but I'm filming. Would you like to be on camera? You gotta say hi now though, because you shouted. You go on camera shy now, you're shouting it all up down there though. If people aren't cat people, what have you got to say to them? Convert, because we're actually sweethearts. Not enjoying my setup? Judgment. Okay, but you don't know. So we're gonna get this little brush. I'm gonna get a darker shade. Today, I'm using Cupid and Divins Cubes. And then we're gonna just whack it there. And I'm gonna fake my eyelid on this side, because it literally doesn't exist. So I've got a fake lid. Might even just take it a fraction darker on this side alone, just to create more of an illusion. I'm gonna go back into the shades from the start, which are Atlantis and Priestess, and go over the top of it. This side does look more intense, but it has to. You've got to trust the process. You've got to trust the pros. To make sure they're even, to make sure we've got the same eye, bit of concealer on a concealer brush. This one, the one that I use to carve my eyebrows. I just use sort of like a medium shade. I don't use a lighter shade or anything. And I'm gonna have to fake it on this eye, as I said, and carve it out because it's not the same shape. Oop, fucked it a little bit, that's all right. And then we do it again on this side, but this one's kind of already got a base to follow, which makes my life so much easier. So much easier. Fantastic. Bosh. 2 eyelids. Concealer brush. Tap it. Better. Much better. And then we set this. We have to set this. You do have to do that. I'm going to use the shade Aurora and Venus, and they're both really light shades. And just press OTT over the top. So we're going to fucking Priestess again. And I back it over. Delete. Delete. Back it over, delete. Fixed it. And then I like to get a really dark shade. This one I'm going to use is Celine. And just really put it here. Over the top. This had the 2 lightest brown shades on from before. Just to really make sure that's blended. Bush. Now, if you want to take it another step further, what the Kardashian gal love to do is to really cut the wing. So I take whatever concealer's left and I just run it underneath. It's quite cut already, to be fair. I just want it to be even more flawless. Run it underneath. It's only a tiny bit of product, so it should blend out really easily. And then get my concealer brush and tap it over the top. You get a really light shade and you just whack it right in there to really brighten that inner corner up. What Makeup by Ariel loves to do as well, which is what I tend to do, is when I blend my products or my browns, I get a little bit on a brush about this big and I blend it to my eyebrows. And what's really useful about this step is I'd already concealed the front of my eyebrows a little bit, so it makes it more natural. Get my Refi brow pencil, and this is where I'm going to draw some hair-like strokes, just in the sort of ashy ends to my brows, because now I've been setting, I've been putting product near them, they will just naturally go more ashy. So I'm just doing some little light flicks, and this will give me my brow hairs back. I'm also gonna really lightly do some at the front as well, just to create that illusion of brow hairs. I'm a bad chick, I can be your fantasy. Hedwig, he's so cute, he's sat literally there. I usually use a brown one, which is a Doll Beauty one, but I can't find it, so I'm just gonna quickly use my Maybelline one. Oh baby, I'm so into you, darling, if you only knew. I love that. Cool, fan counter. Don't know what we're on, but she needs a fan, girl. Also, in terms of eyelashes today, which ones I'm going to use, I usually use Claudia Kelsby, but just right now I don't have any of the sort of styles that really suit the looks I've been doing, so I'm using Sheen. I don't know what these are, but they're Sheen. I like to eyelash curl my lashes to give them more of a natural lift, and I use the Tatty Lashes glue that actually fucking stays. While I'm letting them sit, Maybe I should do my lip combo. So I was using a lip liner called Coffee and Kissy by Morphe, and apparently they decided to discontinue that, and that's not okay with me personally. So I've reverted to Oak by MAC. This is Oak by MAC. I feel like this is the one that Sophia Richie used for her wedding, but I'm not actually sure. My main reason for purchasing is the fact that my surname's Oakley and it's brown. I forgot that I haven't done my mascara. I'm going to use my Fenty mascara. I do not go crazy with the mascara, I'm not going to lie, because I'm about to put eyelashes on anyway. Then I'm going to do my lower lash. I've been trying to get this technique right, because you could easily leave it with this much of a bright under eye and just look like a fucking baddie. But what I like to use is Priestess under my eye. And this is to make me look like I have a bit of a bigger bottom eyelid. The fuck? Because I want that Kylie Jenner eye, and she's got quite big bottom eyelids because she has bigger eyes than me. I quickly want to go over my schnoz with some bronzer and a big fluffy brush. This is going to be my nose contour. And I literally back and forth it like this. Get the fuck out. I'm going to get my P. Louise lip palette. You do not need to do this. You can just buy a singular lipstick. I rotate between a lipstick and then using this. So it's definitely not an essential. Unless you're an MUA, in which case I'd definitely get this. And I'm going to tap them on my lip. I'm going to go back to my eyeshadow palette. Sorry guys, I say sorry, like if you've got this eyeshadow palette, I'm making the most of this. And I just add some of the warmer shades to the little corners and outside of my lip. This will make you look like your lips are an Instagram filter, by the way. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but all the best Instagram filters make the outside of your lips brown. For blush, I'm going to use this pink shade up here. Been loving this right now. It's like a really baby doll pink. P. Louise palette, by the way. And as I said before, I really fucking love having loads of blush on right now, so I'm blushing the shit out of my fucking self. Beauty marks are fucking sick, okay? Don't care what anyone says. I love my beauty mark. Suck my dick. And then I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter, and this will be the final fan counter, right? Because if you don't fan your setting spray, you're missing out. So I didn't even have to add anything to my base. My skin will glow once I've sprayed it. It just looks really matte. Because you've set it so much, but once you spray that bit, look at that shit. Right, the way to finish this off is you wave your hair like I did at the start. You get a bit of dark eyeshadow and make sure your hairline's not dusty, ashy, dirty, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to use an eyeshadow and just run her over my hairline. I don't look like Kylie Jenner, but it's trying me, baby. what I like to do is, once I've set and sprayed everything, is literally tap my bottom lashes with mascara, because they're so long. If I do them too close to the root, they just look really dark. And that is my final look. Full glam, sweat-proof, Kardashian-esque. So thank you so much for watching this video tutorial, whatever you want to call it, shambolic mess. I've now got an hour and 5 minutes worth of video to edit, so I'm so excited. But that doesn't include the other bits that I've written. Shut up, Izzy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much for following along. Even if you got me in the background while you're getting ready, like, love that for you. That's what I used to do when I used to get ready, is I used to watch my favourite girls on YouTube while I got ready. Maybe I'll post this before you guys get ready for a night out this week. That'll be a good idea. Right, love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye. Bye.